Good morning, Farmer Tony.
Hey, good morning.
What are you doing out here?
All right, remember before we did first pile, we brought in the anaerobic pile of all the scraps from the kitchen, all these things, we put them over here. And now we are building aerobic pile. This aerobic pile, remember, my type of composting is, one is covered, uncovered. This is stage number 2, which is called the aerobic. Aerobic means there are some certain kinds of worms, they like the air. Like, for example, here. I'm going to show you a sample. If you are coming close and look at the worms that we have here. This is called the millipedes worms. I'm going to bring some, and you can see them.
Yeah, let's put it in the sun so we can see.
In the sun. Here we go. As you see them, they are coming up. Plenty of these millipedes worms, and this is where I come in my hands. You see them here, and they like to move. They are very friendly. Here, these don't most people don't know about these millipedes worms, because they are the ones they make the worm casting, you know. So I have here a little bin where I grow these worms, and they are very kind, nice, and they like human touch. You see, they are not afraid, and they are clean. They are not dirty. So we're gonna prepare for them a home here. This home, I made the lasagna layer. Remember the green manure, and a layer of green manure, and another layer on top of it is a brown manure. If you want to know more about it, you need to come to my classes, but to just give you an idea, brown manure is the one like mostly like carbon, has a lot of carbons in it, and the brown manure is the food actually for what the worms like, is like to eat from those carbon which is in the newspapers, or mostly these are like junk things, and some of them are not junk. This is not junk. This is a great magazine. This is like from Healing Our World, Hippocrates Health Institute. So what you do is put them in the ground for food. What do these millipedes love mostly is newspapers, and also they love coffee grounds. Look at these coffee grounds. So we are preparing this aerobic. We're going to make a home for these where they can eat the newspapers and eat the seaweed, which we made before. We on top here, first of all, we put a manure, the composted manure, you know, and the composted manure, and we put on top of the composted manure these seaweeds, and this is called green manure, because they are rich in nitrogen, and the seaweed is actually rich mostly of minerals. A lot of people forget to put minerals. They think that it's all about nitrogen or NPK. Myself, I look at the earth and I see that mostly the earth is made out of minerals, and the only thing I could remember, most people forgot about it, is the earth is our mother. Our food comes from the earth. So when you want to mix soil, you have to go and imitate what the earth does. So the earth has worms. Look at this bag, for example, here. This is compost that is organic, and not a single worm are there. You see? So this is a dead soil. My soils are like this one here. This is the end product. This is a topsoil. But this is going to be at the end when all of these done. It's going to take at least like 6 or a year. So the Mother Earth makes the topsoil. It takes so many hundreds and thousands of years, and now we're going to do it in one day. It's impossible. So gardening is a process. You have to make your own soil from scratch. You have to know where your soil comes from. We never know what is in the soil here, you know. Stuff like heavy metals, stuff like I've been finding out, like kind of motor oil, or motor car parts, stuff that you will be amazed. A friend of mine, he wanted to start a garden, and I told him to test the soil, and guess what he found? He found batteries and impossible things that people bury it, and they think they can get away. And then when you want to grow stuff, you don't want to grow stuff among chemicals and fertilizers, whatever it is. So we have children, we have animals here, and we have people who are elderly. So we don't want them to be around any chemicals. That's why we don't use any fertilizers. So here's the step. We put this, before we put the worms, see the worms here are moving. Come closer. See, they think they're home here. So we are bringing the food that they're going to feed on, which is, as I said, before we put it, we have to bring more of their food, which is the coffee grounds. Here's a coffee ground, and we have plenty of it. The way you put it on top of the newspaper, like this. And the newspapers, remember, they are the carbon. Okay? So my lasagna layers is one layer carbon, another layer nitrogen or brown manure, and on top of that is green manure. Green manure is a lot of nitrogen in it. And I always try to bring a balance by imitating what's in the earth. That's why I bring minerals. There are other ways you can compost. It's not, this is the cheapest and the more affordable for people who are working, and they don't want to spend their money, at the garden center. So what we do, we recycle here. We go and get the grounds from the coffee grounds, and we are using these, as I said, these worms here. They're beautiful worms. You can see them. Come closer. There are plenty of them here. So they're going to be ending up here and chewing and eating. So it's going to take at least a time. Now we are in August. This is the best time if you want to start the garden. You start in the summer, because what makes the soil? What makes the soil for the topsoil for the earth? I ask you this question. The answer is from the Native Americans. I learned is we don't own the earth owns us. The health, our health is from the health of the soil. So you hear about these agricultural reserve or other areas here. They are like the left land, what is left for us to grow stuff. And guess what? We are building, we are putting cement on it. And instead of like growing lawns, look over there, what do we have? We have lawn. Instead of lawn or having all these things, we are moving all of those ornamentals. We are putting them on the edge here. And later stage, you're going to look at this before and after. You're going to see all this kind of edible garden where we can grow our own food. And we can start here like container. This is the containers. So this is a small area. Most people who live in condominiums or small areas, so this is the best thing for them. Now I have to go see the worms here. Watch it. They love it. They're gonna go, and we're adding more of that topsoil on the other things here to cover those newspapers before we add more of the worms. So here is more of the coffee grounds, because when it's rained, 4 elements, Native Americans talking about 4 elements of creation, which are the air, and the sun, which is the fire, the earth, and the water. So what we need, let these 4 elements of creation do the work. So you're going to get compost while you're sleeping, but you have to do something first being prepared, which I call it the 3 P's. PPP. What is it? Be prepared, be present, doing it, and keep on doing it. So persistent is very important. So the process, it takes you some time. Of course, you have a job. Like for example, you are having a job. You have 2 jobs, and you have 1 day at least in a week where we come and do it a couple of hours. So here come the worms. The millipedes going to be either home. They're going to be eating more. Take pictures. Watch it. And they are coming out and attacking all those coffee grounds and the papers. And look at them here. Here we go, plenty of worms. So this is a living soil, aerobic. And there is one final stage. We're going to do it on later when you come to the class. So here's kind of a little hint about you. But you need to come to our class. Our classes, you can find a schedule at, go to the website, www.tropical-urban-farmer.com. And have a great day. Thank you.